You do this kind of thing often?
Enough? What's the matter? You nervous, Mort?
What do you mean?
Ah, you seem a little jittery.
No, I'm fine.
That's good, because once we pull up that restaurant, you're gonna have to be real cool.
Hey, don't worry.
Then after I hit her, I want you to stay on the escape route. You understand? And I don't want any funny driving, because I don't want to draw any attention to us. Dig?
Look, you're not gonna have any problems out of me, all right?
That's good, Marty. I'm gonna hold you to that. Now I'm all set. As soon as this street clears, I want you to pull on up to the restaurant.
Right.
There's only one thing that bugs me, though.
What's that?
Babs ain't gonna know it's me that hit her.
Yeah, I'm off in a couple of minutes, guys, but I'll get somebody to take care of you, okay? Mitzi! Mitz! She's never around when you need her. Here, just let me get rid of this stuff and I'll be right back and take care of you.
Lee Carruthers was here this afternoon? Ah, you're kidding.
A remarkable coincidence, isn't it? Especially since you called him this morning and told him I was back in town.
He wasn't supposed to say anything. Well, that'll teach me to trust a politician.
Even if he hadn't confessed, I should have known. You have a very distinctive style, dear.
Which usually works in my favor. However, I'm not so sure in this case. How'd it go?
Oh, it went.
Well, favorable or unfavorable?
No comment.
Favorable.
You know, you really shouldn't be pursuing this any more than you did in starting it.
I didn't start anything. I just gave a little momentum to something that was already there. Hey, all you have to do is tell me you wished I hadn't done it, and you get my most sincere apology. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
You're impossible.
Blame it on my upbringing. So, what happened already?
Not much, really. We're a little uncomfortable at first, but that soon dissolved.
It's a good sign.
Of what?
For a mature and solid relationship.
And since when are you such an authority in that area?
Well, it's always easy to recognize the signs of something you've never had.
Interesting. I think I would much rather pursue that line of thought than this one.
Anything to throw me off the track.
Of course.
It's not gonna work. Did he say anything about taking the seat that Bob Oliver's vacating?
Yes.
And his decision?
He hasn't decided yet.
Oh, you really expect me to believe that?
I do.
Come on, there's something you're not telling me. What is it?
Oh, Amber. Sometimes I think you should be working for the Chronicle instead of Stacy.
So do I, but that's another subject. Come on, what are you not telling me?
Nothing. He hasn't made a decision yet. He just wanted to know my opinion on the matter.
Aha! The plot thickens. He won't run unless he has your approval.
I never said any such thing.
You didn't have to.
He just wanted to know if he could count on my support if he did.
Another way of saying the same thing.
Amber!
What did you tell him?
I told him that I would have to think about it.
Oh, Mother, come on. Say yes.
This is much too involved for anything other than a very thoughtful answer.
You know he won't win without your help.
Well, he didn't do too well with it last fall.
He did very well. Oliver was the incumbent and everybody's favorite. The fact that Lee got such a large percentage of the votes was a minor miracle. Or have you forgotten what the network newscasters said?
No. At that point, all I could think about was how exhausted I was.
Think how worthwhile it will be. You're being in Washington and an influential congressional wife.
Congressional wife?
Do you honestly think he expects anything less for you than that?
Well, he didn't discuss it with me.
It's just a matter of reading between the lines, if you ask me. Stacy, you're just in time. We were discussing the possibility of Mom becoming Mrs. Lee Carruthers.
Oh, Terry, you don't have to apologize for your sister's actions any more than I have to keep apologizing for, the way Carla's been eating lately.
What? Are you gonna let him get away with that?
Certainly not. What exactly did you mean by
I
that?
was only kidding.
Oh, really?
Hey, that hurts, little girl.
So did your comment.
I'm sorry.
Look, I don't suppose there's any graceful way we can get out of this.
Well, let's just ignore him. He can join us when he feels like being civil.
I just hope that your getting the house is gonna make up for all the difficulties you've had.
Oh, Terry, it more than makes up for them. I just hope it doesn't take too much longer. I want to get started on the baby's nursery.
Say, have you picked out a room?
Your mother's sewing room.
Oh, that's perfect.
Whoa, wait. Is that cozy little room at the top of the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the one that I'm gonna make into a study?
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it would be nice if I would
You can just stop thinking right now. Jean Redland, you know I was planning on I've been talking about putting the baby in there. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I just love it when you get that little spark in your eyes. Makes me get all excited.
Well, I know how to unexcite you, too.
Hey, lady.
Listen, there's plenty of space in Mother's house for a study. Well, you can use that extra bedroom.
Wait, no. We've got plans for that one already.
We do?
Yeah, that's the one I want to use for Monk if the judge puts him on probation.
Jean, we have not talked that all out yet.
Is this another unresolved controversy?
No.
I've obviously missed something here.
Oh, don't pay any attention to her, Stacy. She's jumping to some hastily drawn conclusions.
But he's asked you to marry him?
Basically, yes, but Mother's choosing to ignore it.
I am not ignoring anything. No, dear, he hasn't.
Good. I mean, it just seems a little bit fast to me.
Hardly a qualified statement coming from someone with your experience in the romance department.
Amber!
Are you just disappointed because there's another man in Mother's life?
I'm well aware of her relationship with Mr. Carruthers in the past.
Well, you'd best be aware of it in the present. May thwart any plans you have for some family reunion.
Which, no doubt, is why you sent Lee scurrying back to me in the first place. Correct, Amber? Well, for the record and in the future, I'd request that any plans that you two make on my behalf be at least cleared with me first. Now, hadn't you better get ready? We do have reservations at the King's Arms.
Right.
Subjects change, but the fighting never ends.
Is it as bad as all that? I prefer to think that we purposely cultivate a certain amount of controversy among us so that things won't get too dull. We're really no different than most other families.
Maybe. Mom, would it be improper for me to ask just what the situation between you and Mr. Carruthers is?
No, I don't think so. We're political allies, certainly. Friends, definitely, and anything other than that, well, I know that Amber may have us at a certain stage in her mind, but I certainly don't. Not yet, anyway.
I see. Does that mean that there's still a possibility that you'll see Dad again?
Perhaps. I haven't made any decision regarding him either.
I had lunch with him today.
Oh?
He's fine. He's busy, of course, with the clinic, but things are going well for him.
Stacy, let's not push this thing too hard. I have a great deal to sort out before I can take any steps towards seeing your father. And if Lee does run, I most probably will help him. And if that's the case, the time that it would take for your father and I to have any kind of reconciliation just won't be available.
I can't sit down right now, Harold. My shift's almost up, and I got too much work to do in the
You'll
day.
sit down, Babs, or be prepared to pay the consequences. This is extremely serious.
Okay. Shoot, but make it fast.
You're in trouble.
At my age?
Cut the wisecracks and listen to me now. I got a call from Brubaker this afternoon. He knows that you're in Fairmont, and he knows you work here.
Oh, brother, some secret I've been trying to keep. I might as well have taken an ad out in the newspaper. But why does him knowing that put me in a bad spot?
Because he's forwarding a warrant for your arrest to Fairmont. You're being picked up for assaulting Nancy.
That cheap broad. She's lucky that's all she can charge me with.
So are you.
Yeah, maybe. Well, why did Brubaker call you?
Because he's worried, believe it or not. He wants to be sure that you're treated fairly. He also thought I might want to post your bail.
Oh, I get it. This is turning into some kind of spectator sport or something, huh? Well, forget it, because I'm not cooperating.
No, but I don't want you to. Now, just listen to me. I think that you should get out of Fairmont, find some other place to hide, just as quick as possible.
But why?
You want to get arrested?
Well, no, but why are you telling me this? I mean, Brubaker's bound to find out, and then you're going to get in trouble, won't
Just
you?
let me worry about that, okay? Right now, seeing to it that nothing unpleasant happens to you is all I care about.
You are something special. You know that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, too. Let's just concentrate on getting out of here, okay?
Okay. Let me just finish up in the back.
No, Babs, now, get your coat.
Okay.
Barbara Farley,
Yeah?
Lieutenant Garcia, Fairmont Police. I have a warrant for your arrest.
Harold?
Gentlemen, I want to see some identification, please.
Who are you?
I'm Harold Webster. I'm her lawyer. That looks okay. How about the warrant?
Look, buddy, there's no need to play Perry Mason here. We're just doing John Brubaker a favor.
I understand. It's just that this is a little more complicated than it seems.
It always is.
What are they going to do to me, Harold?
It's nothing serious, Babs. It's, simple assault's just a misdemeanor. We'll have to go down to the station, fill out some paperwork. We'll be through in no time.
I won't have to go to jail.
Look, lady, it's not as if you're on a most wanted list or anything.
No, Babs. No time in jail.
Look, if you mind if we get going, I have to get home. I promised my wife I'd take her to the movies tonight.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Why don't you go get your coat? Jack, give her a hand.
Don't go away.
I'll be here, Babs.
I don't want you to get lost or anything. Look, just what are you doing here, Mr. Webster?
I'm doing John Brubaker a favor, too.
Why is it everyone's acting like this is a life and death situation?
Seems kind of silly, doesn't it?
You're coming with me, right, Harold?
Yeah, I'll be there, Babs, but I gotta take my own car.
Well, why can't I ride with you?
Miss Farley, please.
Just relax, Babs. Now, we've got to do it this way. I never let you down before, have I?
No, you haven't.
Now, you just take care of yourself and be good. I'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just a little jittery tonight.
Come on, Babs. You should have been here 5 minutes ago.
There she is.
Take a deep breath, baby. It's gonna be your last.
Hey, who are they?
Oh, those move.
Do something, Lance.
I can't, you idiot, not without hitting one of those guys.
Those guys are cops. They gotta be.
No! I don't care what they are. You follow me, you idiot. I can't go back to Ron unless she's dead.
Well, you know, that Stacy Phillips is really tough to figure out. Certainly one of the most talented writers that we have for the Chronicle, though. But it takes more than that to be a good reporter.
Yeah, but you've often said that she is a good reporter.
Well, for what she's doing now, yes, but she wants to get into investigative work, and you've got to be tougher and more persistent at that, Carla.
Well, maybe you could give her a few pointers now and then.
Well, I try. Certainly couldn't ask for a nicer kid, I tell you that much. You know, this afternoon, when she came back from having lunch with her father, she was absolutely beaming. Gosh. Wow, now she's persistent at that. Successful, too.
Getting back together with Dave?
Yeah. Took a lot of courage, though. You know, maybe she does have what it takes. I'll just have to keep on that little girl.
Yeah, but remember to be nice, okay?
When have I ever been anything but nice?
Anybody home?
Well, hi. I was beginning to get a little worried about you two.
Well, we had a leisurely dinner up in Fairmont before we left.
Oh, well, good. That saves wear and tear on the kitchen. So how'd it go, honey?
Pretty well, I guess. I think Dr. Diedrichson was pleased anyway.
Well, he doesn't want to see her for a month.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I think so. At the very least, it means we don't have to take that drive for a while again. Carla, Jean, hi.
Hey there. Boy, I would imagine by now you've probably memorized every street light and sign between here and Fairmont, huh?
Yeah, and I think every pothole and bump, too.
Oh, Lori.
Honey, what did the doctor say about your dizziness and nausea?
Nothing.
Didn't he think it was unusual?
I didn't really tell him about it exactly.
Why not?
Because I didn't think it was important. It really isn't, Mom. So where's Ione and Jimmy?
Oh, they went home. Jimmy has a math test he needed to study for.
Oh, poor kid.
You haven't been feeling well lately?
Well, I have a bug. You know, it's just been hard to shake, but it's nothing really.
Well, I remember feeling exactly that way. And then I discovered my second child was on the way.
Really?
Mom, is Mr. Carruthers going to run or not?
Well, your newspaper certainly gave me that impression.
Oh, Gene was just doing some speculating. He also mentioned Judd Billings, Cal Edwards, and Jack Rowlands.
But not in quite the same light.
That's because none of them were as prominent in last fall's elections.
I know.
So? I thought his story was very fair. It was picked up on the National Wire Services, you know?
No, I'm not complaining. I think it was a nice piece of reporting. Quite a scoop.
He says it's only half finished, though.
Oh?
He'd like to talk to Mr. Carruthers directly, find out what his plans really are. He'd also like to get to him before anyone else does.
An exclusive interview, another scoop.
More or less.
And he would like to use your connections through me so that he can get it. In other words, he would like to further his reputation at your expense.
Oh, it's nothing like that, really.
Then why don't you do the story yourself?
Believe me, I'd love to.
What's stopping you?
Mr. McGovern wouldn't let me write an article on Lee Carruthers unless he had a sick dog or spilled tomato juice on himself at a fundraiser.
You will never know unless you try.
Oh, believe me, Mom, I have tried, and I'll keep on trying. But for right now, the story's too important to let get away. Someone should be able to do it. And if I can help out in some small way, then it makes me happy.
Oh, all right. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
Everybody ready?
Oh, I guess so.
Here. A peace offering.
Oh, Amber.
It's you.
Very nice. And now could we have a nice, quiet evening, filled with dull but very pleasant conversation?
It's worth a try. Will, are you two ready for your pie yet?
Oh, yeah, that sounds good to me.
Well, I know Jean's going to make fun of me later, but yes.
Oh, my lips are sealed.
I hope so. Don't you know, pregnant women are supposed to eat for two.
Ben? Lori?
Sure, why not?
I'll just have coffee, Mom.
I'll accept any assistance that's offered.
Ah, I know that tone too well just to sit here.
Well, it is the least that I can do.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
guess that gets me off the hook, huh?
Somehow you always manage to find something that does.
Well, that's a highly developed skill, young lady. You look tired, buddy.
Yeah, I am. I've been very tired lately.
Hey, tell me something. How do you do it?
Do what?
Remain strong through all of this?
If only that were true, Gene.
Oh, look, if you're putting up a front, you're doing a pretty good job of it.
That's probably a little closer to the truth.
You want to talk about it?
No. I don't even want to think about it.
Okay.
You and Carla separated at one point.
Twice, yeah.
Did you feel that your problems were just insurmountable?
Well, something like that. But they weren't.
But how do you know when they are? I mean, how can you tell if you're just wasting your time?
Well, that certainly was a most pleasant evening.
Well, I'm afraid I was a little too tired to really enjoy it.
Carla's really excited about that baby, isn't she?
I think there's another word I would choose. I think obnoxious is better.
What?
I just got tired of every other comment having something to do with babies. I mean, I just don't like it when a person's only concern is for herself and her own problems.
Well, we've all been that route, haven't we?
Yeah, maybe we have.
Perhaps it would be wise to do a little less stone throwing then.
Perhaps it would.
No, not this time you don't.